Live from the Export Beer Garden studio and brought to you as always by Export Ultra, which is the beer for here. This is the Agenda podcast for Thursday, the 21st of November.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
And it's good to see, G Lane, this morning that you're abiding by the gang patch ban.
Oh, yes, I was I was thinking the exact same thing, actually. I was coming in this morning and the dude that got arrested at 3 past midnight.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, fuck, I'm going to have to put my Commenteros jacket away.
Yes.
Because are we going to get arrested for the Commenteros?
I think there's worse fates for what we're doing with the Commenteros. Yeah, so I drafted up a ACC gang patch.
Yep.
Figured that, we are a gang of commentators.
Yeah.
We should rebrand as the Commenteros. Now, I want to establish, this is not taking the piss out of any particular gang. And if anything, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
It is.
It's just that we wanted to dip our toes into there.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, they look good in the leathers. The leather vest, the vest look with the cut-off sleeves,
Sick.
It's a sick look.
It's badass.
So that's all. But obviously the first stumbling block we had in forming the Commenteros, and we've got the gang, we've got the artwork,
Yeah.
but no one would do the embroidery for us.
You know what? I was just talking to Pantsman about it before. Very hard to find someone to embroider into leather. He was like, "Why don't you just put it on the blazers?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, but
Probably could've done
embroidered, it's a very light kind of linen, our jacket.
Yeah.
And putting that much stitching on the jacket will completely deform it.
Yeah, you might need the leather actually to keep its integrity.
That's why they have the leather, you see.
But you raised a good point about the guy that got arrested 3 minutes past. They had to make an example of someone. It was always going to happen. But I love that I've got the image in my head of two dudes, a policeman and a man in a gang patch, just standing there at 11:59 p.m. like the Wild West, waiting for the town clock to ring.
All the
midnight.
small talk. What are you up to? Oh,
Yeah.
You go. Do you have anything good for dinner?
Yeah.
What are you up to this weekend? Just like waiting for it. And
Get on your knees! I was also thinking this morning about imagine being like the only cop in a small gang town, and you wake up this morning and all of a sudden every single person you see in a gang patch has to be a confrontation. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you're in like a Poltiki.
Yeah.
Like they would just be like,
God, what? Really? Really? Oh, God, okay. Okay, every single one.
yeah, Murupara. You're in Murupara.
How are you going to negotiate that? Like,
Guys, can we just don't take any photos or anything? That'd be my approach. Community policing would be like, guys, it's just one of me. There's about 50 of you.
Yes.
You're armed to the teeth. Can we just come to it? You can wear your patches and shit around.
I
don't care, but just don't put anything on social media. Don't let everyone just no evidence, okay?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to pretend like I care.
Well, otherwise, what's going to happen is they're going to send cops down from Auckland, and that's going to be a whole thing. I don't want that. You don't want that. And so let's just leave it here. And I think that's applicable to all walks of life, whatever you're doing. If you know you're doing something that you probably shouldn't be doing, just don't rub whoever has to enforce it. Don't rub their nose in it.
Yeah, because don't make them have to go, oh, God, I'm going to have to call the riot squad.
I would say that most bosses and supervisors don't mind you having the odd beer on a Friday afternoon.
Or a Tuesday.
As
long as you're getting the job done.
As long as you're getting the job done. What they don't want is for other people to find out you're having a beer while you're doing that.
Yeah, or not turning up for work.
Piss up front up, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't turn up because you go, I'm a bit sick, and you're out until 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's another one of my business theories.
Yes.
Always do your hangovers on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about writing a business book.
Yeah, I think your other one is always shit on the clock as well. Is that your one?
No, I don't mind.
Joe Jury's?
I don't mind shitting. That's Joe Jury's. No, mine is
Piss up, show up.
piss up front up, first of all, yeah. And then always do your hangovers on the clock. Never take a sick day. Don't waste a sick day on being hungover. Because if you've got a physical job, you'll sweat it out by a smoker. If you've got an office job, just have an extra coffee and shut up.
Oh, I thought you were saying actually in general, never take a sick day. Just
Oh, no, take a sick day if you're crook.
I was thinking that's quite aggressive.
No.
Because sick days should be days where you go out and play golf.
No. I hate when someone comes in and they're on death's door and you're like, just get out of here. You're coughing all over me. You're coughing and spluttering. Grubby bastard. Anyway, so yeah, the gang patch ban is in full effect today.
Do we have to let Sky know? Because we got them a whole lot of you devised the mighty missionary mob gang patch as well. So I'm going to have to let them know just to maybe pump the brakes on just wearing that in public.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were the Commenteros and we were up against the mighty missionary mob. I'm glad none of that ever saw the light of day.
I'm still holding out hope. I still kind of want to.
I can see what's going to happen here is you're going to get them made, and the first bit of backlash, you're going to be like, Manaia made them.
Hey, I would never in-or you like that. That is a classic in-or maneuver. Now, if you don't want to know an in-or maneuver, that's an in-or.
Courtney, not Braden.
No, Braden would never do that.
No, I know, but the thing is, their family gets mentioned on this podcast far too often, and I get hit up about it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Stew.
Big Stewie. Hey, I did a roadie yesterday. Went to Hamilton.
Oh, yes.
For the kickoff, because every year, I mean, these guys are crazy, but it's the Seddon Cricket Club who are total cricket hundies.
And this is the pink blazer that I've seen around. Yeah.
You'll see them in the test matches in Hamilton. They've got a big marquee, and they're all in their pink and light pink. Stripy blazers, basically mainly men 40 plus, a couple of youngsters in there just to whip it down and do the running. But they instigated the kind of Kindred Cup, which is a competition around the country played by kind of privately owned kind of grounds and kind of older gentlemen generally who just want to escape their families, get on the piss for a weekend, and they get together and play cricket. So they play a 5-day test match. Well, they attempt to play a 5-day test match. They schedule for 5 days against a Movember 11.
Yeah. And
it was up in Whangarei, up at Cobham Oval last year, and I think it just got to 3 days last year.
Right.
And so
because of that's just how long the game went, or injuries?
No, how long the game went.
Yeah, right,
because I mean, Test cricket, 5 days. It's a lot of balls.
Yeah.
And when you people, we were there for the first 10 overs. They already lost 2 wickets, so it's kind of it'll be over before the weekend, I imagine. But God bless them. They're all there. They're all set up, ready for 5 days of cricket.
It's so ambitious because we played in the Dulux Tradies 11, and the amount of hamstrings that were torn.
Totally. There's a bucket of deep heat down in the changing rooms that I went down there.
From our team alone, Lee Baker tore every tendon in his legs.
Big thing is, these Seddon guys, they might be older, or when I say older, probably the same age as me, but they still play quite regularly. Okay. So they've broken. That's the key. And then the Movember team is a mishmash, roundies in there. Robert Dunn, who heads up Movember for New Zealand, he's in there. And they do raise a lot of money from this game as well. So they have a competition within each team who can raise the most amount of money. Oh, yeah. They've all got great lip toupees. Every single one of them is rolling a great mo. So that was good. Went down there. It was pissing with rain. Pissing with rain.
That, but they did manage to get underway.
The greatest drainage there at St. Paul's, my old school. Some terrible photos of me in the pavilion, which Joe Jury took delight in taking photos of and milking me. But great drainage. They managed to get a start about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So things are well and truly underway down there. And we're headed down there tomorrow night, Friday night, for an exhibition T20 match.
It is tomorrow night.
Down there. So once day 3 is over of that match, we're going to roll out there and play a Hamilton Invitational 11.
Okay.
So,
who have they got? Do we know?
Yeah.
What are we up against?
Tim Seifert's one of them.
Don't love that for us.
There's a couple of other kind of first-class cricketers they're kind of assembled a bit of an all-stars, which is a bit disappointing because then I said, who you got? And I said, well, it's me, Manaia.
Yeah.
But made some contacts. Riley McCullum is going to play for us.
Oh.
So there you go.
Star of the Black Clash.
Yeah. So that's the kind of one name that we're rolling out just to try and intimidate them.
3 of us.
Yeah.
So we got a bowler, a wicky, and one fielder. That's how we're...
Simon Graphius, he'll graft away.
Yeah.
He's opening the batsman. We have got a full 11, but it's going to be an interesting. Let's just say we're going to be relying on the ringins. There's 9 ringins and me and you.
I heard we've got... I heard Lockie Ferguson's using this as a warm-up for us, and he's playing for us. That's what I heard.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I sent it out to him, but he didn't confirm.
No, I just love the last couple of times we've played some of these games. We've talked shit into a microphone about having random people in our team, and the other teams have shit their pants.
You remember there was a rumour in the Dulux Trades with him we had Neil Wagner?
Yes, that's what it was.
And they were fucking shitting themselves. Yeah. We were like, and we didn't even start that. They started that rumour.
Nah. Well, we pulled up to that thing the night before. I'd had a couple of beers, and I was just walking through into the bathroom. I didn't even know we were actually at the event already.
Yeah.
But we were at the Dulux Tradies 11, And as I was walking through, people were like, "Hey, do you actually have Neil Wagner in your team?" I was like, "What? How do you know about this? How do you even know about the cricket game? Like, this is the okay, sorry." So yeah, anyway, Shane Bond is coming down to play for us as well.
Yeah, we managed to get him. Yeah, managed to get him down. Yeah. Tim Southey apparently he just lives out in Cambridge, so he's going to nip over and roll the arm over.
Yeah, that's right. He said he's having a bit of trouble with his short ball at the moment, so he wants to come down and work that one out.
Yeah, getting the one under the armpit because he knows that Ben Stokes hates it under there. So
that's right. Yeah, so you'll be coming around the wicket, just pinning it right into your fucking lymph nodes. So yeah, good luck to those of you playing that. Now, there's so many cricket games. I'm trying to wrap my head. So there's the 7-1 that's going on.
Yep.
Then we've got we're playing on Friday night.
Yes.
Then there's obviously the Black Clash. And then there's the Betterman.
Yes, so we're going to talk to Todd Astle a bit later about the Betterman initiative. Great New Zealander Todd Astle, retired 18 months ago from all cricket. New Zealand leg spinner, plays for the Black Caps, short form and test, I believe. He has got an initiative down there focusing on mental health, mainly men's mental health, hence the Betterman charity foundation he runs. And just to give it a bit more profile and to get the community along, we've agreed to play in a T20 under lights at Hagley Oval on Sunday, the December the 8th, down there in Christchurch. So we'll have a chat to him about that. But we haven't got a great record under lights on an international pitch after.
We don't have
actually, you're right. We don't have a great record. Just put a full stop on that.
Under the sun, under the moon, under anything. All right, let's take a quick break and let's come back with Todd Astle. So, good morning, Todd. How are you getting on, mate?
Hi, gents. Very well. Yeah, looking very much forward to our chat today.
Yeah. Hey, listen, bit of background. Todd, you retired from, is it all cricket last year? Have you binned it all?
18 months ago, I retired officially, but then over the last 6 weeks, I've actually played a T10 competition in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
And then captained a New Zealand team to the Hong Kong Sixers, which got reinstated. So it's been a busy last sort of 6 weeks.
Oh, sweet, like a comeback. It's a comeback of sorts.
A Sean Johnson retirement.
That's it, yeah. And you just love it when you come back and you're playing something that you just has such a boyhood, enjoyment like Sean sort of. You can see it on his face, right? When you get another chance, it's that just, really cool way of going out and expressing yourself.
Hey, before we get into it, because obviously we've got a game to talk about down in Christchurch where several members of the ACC will once again disgrace an international ground under lights like we did at Eden Park a couple of years ago. But before we get to that, do you want to give a bit of background, Todd, because you've been a busy man since you've hung up the boots. I mean, there's no doubt you were involved in this kind of thing before you even hung up the boots. But talk us through what you've been up to with this Betterman initiative.
Yeah, well, since sort of retiring, I've started up a charity with my brother and another good mate, Jed Robinson, and it's all about men's mental health and well-being. And so essentially, we're taking the best parts of when you're in a team, right? The fun, the games, the connection and camaraderie, and tying it in with our, background and knowledge in positive psychology and well-being, and just creating lots of these events and initiatives and courses which bring people together. And then you can layer in, some of those deeper, more meaningful sort of mental health concepts. So that's what, we've loved doing the last 18 months or so.
Do you specialise in sports people? Is it all people? Is it or is it around just sports occasions?
No, it's all people. And look, this cricket game we've got coming up is just a way of, showcasing my networks and tying in with Movember, and it's just going to be a really cool celebration of that. But for us, it's all people. I mean, my background since retiring as well has been a mental skills coach, so working with sports teams, but also corporates, people of all background. Betterman is about the community, right? It's about helping all men, but in particular women as well have been the ones that have really got behind it because they want better men, and that's where we're trying to use our profile and our backgrounds and our skill sets to help people from all walks of life.
Yeah, nice.
As a mental skills coach, could you give me any advice about developing the yips on the golf course? How do I get out of my own head and iron that drive out?
Yeah. Well, that's. I've got actually a charity golf day today out at Pegasus, and so I'm probably thinking the same thing around putting. So if anything, it's just about the next shot, right? You're only as good as your next shot. So that's all I would say is wiggle your toes, take a breath, and then go for it.
That's interesting point. Wiggle your toes thing, is that's not just a balance thing. That's like I've seen athletes do things like this where they will either like tap their foot behind them, or Damian McKenzie smiles, or like a weird little thing like that. What does that do? It's obviously a thing, right?
Yeah, it's all about bringing you back to the present moment. So if you wiggle your toes now, right, you kind of where your feet are, and it's just that real way of being present, because so often we're catastrophizing, thinking of worst case scenarios, what might happen, what has happened, and it is essentially about managing all those distractions and just coming back to being in the present.
Yeah, well, I love that advice. You're only as good as your next shot. Yeah. You're going to be waiting a while, Manaia.
For what?
The next shot. Did you see the Caitlin Clark tee-off on that celebrity golf tournament?
I did.
That is my worst nightmare. And now I'm never going to, not that I've ever been invited, but if I ever am invited where there's a crowd who are in front of my drive, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing that.
If you're standing off
John Keys done it as well. John Keys pinned someone. And,
he did it. Yeah, he did it in that in the Chasing the Fox last year, I think.
There's that great footage from the woman back in like the 80s or something. She hit about 4 shots straight into the same woman standing in the crowd. She's yelling, "Make her stop!" There's going to be a bit of that.
Hey, so Todd, let's get back to this cricket match, because on December the 8th, a Sunday, a good gentleman's hours, you've assembled a Betterman 11, and you are going to play a Movember kind of ACC 11, Invitation 11 at Hagley Oval under lights. Like I said, we haven't got a proud record under lights at international venues after being humiliated by the Movember team there a few years ago.
We scored 160 for 15.
Yeah, we got rolled so early they let us bat again, and then the wins got a huge asterisk because we choked them out for 140, but they only lost 4 wickets. So there is a bit of an asterisk on that. Anyway, you've managed to assemble quite a motley crew. The Black Clash is there in January. Some are calling this the Slack Clash. The Betterman versus Mo. You've got people like Joey Wheeler. You've got Marty Banks, James Marshall, Will Hall, Colin Slade. Hurley's going to roll the arm over. Aaron Major, obviously yourself. What's the story with the actual game? Is everyone welcome to come along?
Yeah, look, it's free entry to the game. It's 5 o'clock first ball. And there's also hospo corporate packages in the Hadley Pavilion if you want to be a part of that as well. And so for us, it's just going to be a really awesome opportunity for people to come along and experience Hagley. It's a chance for redemption there, G Lane, for the ACC boys under lights. It's on the New Zealand versus England test wicket as well. So to be able to do that and have that experience so many is going to be one of those things that you mention to the grandkids for many years to come.
I don't know if I've made selection yet, but me off the back of a test match wicket with my stock wronging, it'll be turning square, Lane. So I'd like to make myself eligible for selection.
I haven't told you this, Manaia, but this Friday night we've got a T20 match against because Movember are playing Seddon Cricket Club at the moment on a 5-day test match, which is I've got the overs on 6.5 groins being torn by these middle-aged men. But on Friday night, we're headed to Hamilton on Friday night for a quick T20 against it seems like a Hamilton B Celebrity 11.
Okay.
Seifert's playing. Tim Seifert's playing.
Morgan. Oh, yeah.
Not Morgan Seifert.
All right.
I'd prefer him if Morgan was playing. I think we're playing on a grass wicket there, and I've already talked up your wrong-uns. So this is almost a trial of sorts this Friday night.
This is my audition.
in Hamilton against this star-studded Hamilton Celebrity 11.
I need to get a net in there because
I haven't had a net either. So
I haven't bowled in anger in over a year now.
I think it's best if you don't in this current state. Yeah. Just going cold.
And Manaia, look, I'm a soft spot for a leg spinner. So, look, more than happy to have you on the Betterman team or, Movember 11. So it would be great to have another leg spinner in the mix.
Well, the dirty secret about me, Todd, is I can't bowl leg spin. I can only bowl a wrong-un. And I have talked to Gary Stead about it. He gave me a couple of drills to go away and practice.
He's uncoachable, Todd. He's uncoachable. I've seen the footage. He had Gary Stead down on his knees in the foyer of TVNZ during the launch of the cricket season. Yeah, sorry. I should probably put that in context. He was trying to teach him how to bowl a leg spinner as opposed to just bowling wrong-uns, but like I said, uncoachable.
It's a wrist position issue, as I'm sure you're aware, Todd. But it is a vicious wrong'un. It's a shotgun though. I can't control
I look forward to that.
Cool. So that's the details on that. If you're anywhere near Christchurch, Sunday the 8th of December, Hagley Oval, first ball at 5 p.m. You can bring a chili, bring a picnic, and just park up on the bank. I take it, Todd. Enjoy the day. There's going to be some great cricket and some really average cricket being played, mainly from the likes of myself and Ben Hurley. But Kieran Reid said he's going to use it as a bit of a net for his Black Clash match in January. And it'd be good to see the likes of Joey Wheeler, Bender's back.
Yep.
Whose team's he on? Is he on our team, Joey Wheeler?
Yeah, he's on the Movember 11.
Oh, yes, good.
There's a lot of names there. It's just going to be a really special occasion to bring everyone together to kind of showcase, like you say, a little bit of cricketing ability, but more a chance for people to come along and enjoy Hagley Oval experience. On the bank, bring a picnic, and it will be that charity match. So you can't get out first ball. I think that's important.
Oh, that's
it'll be
so
things
good.
like everyone chance to have a bowl. And we'll make it that, again, it might be like if you lose 12 to 15 wickets, that's okay. We'll make it 20 overs no matter what each innings.
Oh, it sounds like my kind of game.
Yeah, we need that.
Oh, very good. So all the details, betterman.org.nz. Go check that out. You're doing great things. Todd, keep it up. You're doing the Lord's work. Good luck out on the golf course today. Make sure you stripe that first drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Nice to connect in, and we look forward to having you involved for the game. And thank you for what you're doing as well. Appreciate it.
We are selling our 1998 Ford Falcon Ute exclusively on Auto Trader, with all proceeds going to Movember NZ, and you can bid on the bad boy now. It is up over 12 grand now, Lane.
Yeah, nice. It was the talk of the town yesterday in Hamilton. They're like,
did you drive it down there?
No, I didn't. But there was talk around the Ute, how much it's going to go for, and should I get on there now or later? And I was like, I'd get on there now if I was you. It's stalled at 12.5.
Well, the problem with these auctions, I find it from my Trade Me experience, is that it just shoots up right at the end there.
Okay.
But if you want to check out the listing on Auto Trader, you can text Ute to 3236 for a direct link to the listing. And while you're there, tell New Zealand about your car for free on Auto Trader. $5,000 worth of free stuff in there, vouchers, a phone, a beer fridge, a job site radio. So it's basically the first $5 grand you spend is free, and then then you're bidding.
One of the guys yesterday said, I might get it just to drive it around the farm and bring the stock in. I was like, I don't think those high-profile tyres are going to work on the farm.
No.
I think it's more of a street ute rather than a farm ute.
Yeah, it is not a farm ute. The back wheels will spin. You'll be stuck.
I didn't put them off. I said, shit, cows will love it.
Absolutely, man. For 20 grand, where are you going to get a work ute for that? He should text you to 3236. All right, let us get to yours, please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Leader, home of the lasagna topper.
How many have we got to get through today? 5. Jeez. First caller, yours, please.
G'day fellas, just on the not knowing who someone famous was chat, my wife was like, oh, that's such a cute dog, and was petting the dog and chatting to this guy about his dog, and we walked off, and I was like, do you know who that was, babe? And she's like, nah. And I'm like, that's Damien McKenzie, he's a fucking All Black. What are you up to? Oh, but I guess he liked it because, he wasn't just getting absolutely punished, he was just getting chat about his dog. Yeah.
I think we've all kind of been there where we've mistaken just actually. I can't. I was trying to remember if I'd done it.
Well, you were talking about Sean. Oh no, Heath was talking about Sean Johnson talking to the Coldplay guys.
The thing with Damien McKenzie, he's quite distinctive looking.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? Like he's not a Ben Smith.
No, oh god, no.
You see thousands of Ben Smiths every day.
Yeah,
or every week.
I guess the thing with him is he also doesn't look like Luke Jacobson.
Yeah, right.
You could be forgiven for thinking you wouldn't know straight away that he was a professional athlete.
Yeah, so Summer Penifina walks in the room, you go, fuck, that guy's huge.
Is he a footy player?
Yeah.
I
see what you mean,
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck walks in, you take one look at his calves, you're like, I reckon he plays rugby. And you'd be right. But yeah, no, that is a good point. I spent a night on the piss with a guy from Nesian Mystic. Didn't know he was in...
Oh, yeah?
He's in Nesian Mystic. First concert I ever went to. My mum drove me up from Waimea to Christchurch to go and watch Nesian Mystic. And I told him that story. Yelled it into his ear while spitting all over him. blind drunk on a rooftop bar in Dubai. It must happen more than you'd think. Just having a chin wag with someone and then finding out that they're really famous, and I reckon they'd love it. Another caller here, yours please.
Yeah, g'day boys.
Hi.
I may have a solution to your camel problem.
Oh, yeah.
I know a guy that has the one from Sylvia Park, from their golf course there, their little mini golf course.
Oh.
Around the world one. G Lane. I can also squeeze you in your outboard service if you wish. Much love. Kiss, kiss.
That's excellent. That's a double whammy, a camel and a service for my 6 horsepower.
I've googled the Sylvia Park camel. I can't find a picture of it.
I know what he means.
Yeah.
It's the kind of a fiberglass camel.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be good. We just need some sort of prop.
Yeah.
And I looked up the inflatable ones, and sure enough, yesterday I heard the yours please around get on to AliExpress and just get a bunch. They were like, one of them was $40, and they were okay. They're the inflatable, you put your legs in there, inflate up. One there was $14 each, but it didn't look really like a camel.
No.
It looked like it could have been a horse, it could have been a cat. It was just a tan coloured inflatable thing.
If the person who sent that in could get a photo of the Sylvia Park camel, send it in. It just has to look like a camel, which I'm sure it does, but I'd like to see it.
Is it sexy? Because it needs to be sexy.
Is it sexy? What could we do to make it sexy?
Yeah.
They do have a world's sexiest camel competition every year.
They do, and the prize money is insane.
Eye-watering.
It is eye-watering. I've been in Abu Dhabi when they had the camel beauty contest. That's what they call it.
I know. It's just.
And the first prize is something, this is not exaggerating, it's like 10 million US.
Oh my God.
Because they try and encourage, the Bedouin ways, the Bedouin old ways of breeding camels and stuff. So if they make an incentive enough, they also have a date arranging competition where you arrange dates in a different platter and a different type.
Oh, right, the fruit.
Yeah. not other date arrangement.
I was like, what, and you date the camel?
No. Sorry, dates.
Delicious.
As in dates. They have date arranging and camel beauty contest. But yeah, look, if we could get that, put it on casters and just lead that around Seddon Park.
We'll get a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we need to get onto it shortly. Send us in a photo of that camel if you could. Another caller, yours, please.
Afternoon, gents. I can actually get you a camel.
Oh.
I've got very strong links to the Ethiopian community through my partner. And my father-in-law, I spoke to him about it and we'll get you a whole camel. It will have no head, no hooves, be skinned and probably broken down. But give us a 3-week lead time. We can get you one all the way from Australia. So, yeah, give us a bell and we'll get that sorted. Hooroo.
Okay. Well, kind of needs to look like a camel. It can't be bits of a camel.
It's going to be a hard sell. So Smithy, explain to us why.
They're walking around with the carcass, a dismembered carcass of what looks to be a horse.
They've got a camel on a spit.
Camel meats. Have you tried camel meat when you were over in the Middle East?
No.
Not the greatest. They slow cook it for like 2 days. And it's a dark, kind of fatty. Yeah, it's not good.
I look at a camel and think that's not good eating.
No.
But
it needs must.
Tough.
Needs must when you're traveling across the desert.
Oh no, 100%.
It's basically a walking pantry.
Yeah, it is. Well, look, I think it can't be the only thing we do. But if we get hold of the Sylvia Park camel and then also serve up camel, we've got our mates that ran the taco shop at the Black Clash.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When you won the meat raffle at the Mount Club and we didn't know what to do with it, so we took it to a taco shop and they cooked it up for us. Maybe we could get them and be like, look, hey, thanks very much for helping us out last year. How do you feel about a rotisserie camel? Is that doable? I reckon that guy could do it. Nothing seemed like a problem for him.
No, he was great.
He was good.
So maybe we just get the head.
Oh yeah, sexiest part of the camel, I suppose. All right, another caller here. Yours, please.
Yeah, g'day. Every time when I start your podcast and I hear the old, what a better way to start your day than a can of export, I'm just picturing, what a better way to start your day than a can of whoop-ass. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, you can open whatever can you want, my friend. And if it's a can of whip-ass, it's a can of whip-ass.
Powerful.
2 more to go.
Yeah, another caller here. Yours, please.
Yeah, g'day. Hey, Manaia, Just while we're talking about forgetting about our personal lives and then delving into our personal lives.
Oh, yeah.
Was your partner in crime involved in the elephant transportation the other week? I was involved lifting it out. Not me personally, someone I know. But yeah, it was cool, eh? Fuck yeah. Now we got no more elephants. What's happening there? Get us the personal scoop on that. We need more elephants. Nickname someone an elephant.
Good finish.
There's a lot there. No, she had nothing to do with that. She didn't work with the elephant.
So we now got no elephants and no camels.
No elephants, no camels, but we can import camel meat, and there is a fiberglass one somewhere in Waikato. I think the thing with that elephant is the way they work is they need to breed every so often, and there was no breeding male here.
I think also they need to be in a herd.
Yeah.
Because they get...
they get lonely.
Fuck yeah. Imagine just being in... No matter how cool the zoo is, because Auckland's is a cool zoo, but if you're on your own, you need other big nose to hang out with.
Yeah, you do. So she's gone to join Snuffleupagus over there in Australia.
Yeah, he's got a herd to join. It'd be funny, wouldn't it? All you got to do is hang out with these kind of hairless monkeys that keep feeding you and washing you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah. So no, she had nothing to do with that. One more caller, yours please.
Yeah, g'day. Every time when I start your podcast I hear the old... What a better way to start your day than a
can of whoop ass.
Can of whoop ass. All right, we already heard that one. All right, let's knock this thing on the head. We will be back tomorrow for another episode of the Agenda Podcast.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda Podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.